I get asked over and over again why people find it so hard to get a good night's sleep. And sleep is so important when it comes to feeling emotionally, physically, and mentally rested. And with that rest, you're able to go and achieve the things that you want. Without those things, you're going to find it really hard. So in this video, what I want to do is share with you 5 easy steps that are going to help you to get the sleep that you need to be successful. The first step is to have a good bedtime routine, because if you're not winding down, it means your brain is still active. It's not going to let you sleep because it's still thinking about whatever it is you've been doing. So make sure that you have a dark room that you go into. You're not overly stimulated by playing games on your phone, talking to people, or just generally being active. It's all about letting your brain and your body know it's time for bed now. You need to go to sleep. So then, make sure that you have a nice room in order to go into and that you feel comfortable and you know it's bedtime. Don't start taking things that are going to lead you to feel awake into the bedroom with you, because then your brain is going to think, well, it's time to wake up. It's time to be awake and be active, which means you're not going to fall asleep straight away. And by not falling asleep straight away, your brain starts firing up and feeling agitated because you're not in control of what you need to do. So then that bedtime routine gives you that sense of control that you need in order to fall asleep. So you're not wrestling around in bed, getting frustrated and angry that you're not falling asleep, and then you end up picking up your phone or doing something, which means that it delays you sleeping even more. The second step is to make sure you don't eat a full meal before going to bed, because if you eat a full meal, what happens is your body's trying to digest that. So if you're trying to get to sleep before doing that, okay, you might fall asleep, but you won't fall asleep in the same way. You won't get the proper rest that you need because your body's essentially fighting, trying its best to digest all this food. And there's been so many studies to show that eating a full meal and going straight to sleep leads to weight gain. And that's just one thing. Think about bad dreams too. That's why they say never eat cheese before going to sleep. Your body's trying to digest something which is complex, which is why you end up having nightmares, because your body's going, there's something wrong here. I'm finding it hard to do this. So it forces your brain to think about something hard or have a nightmare. Make sure you plan out to eat that meal way before you go to sleep. And it means then that when you do get to sleep, you'll be able to stay asleep longer and have a more restful time when you're asleep. The third step, and this might sound really obvious, but don't watch anything too scary or action-packed before you go to sleep. Your brain is always ticking over and it's always trying to formulate and digest what's going on and what's happened during your day. If the last thing you do is watch something which is scary, that's going to be living in your brain, in your short-term memory, which means that the first thing your brain is going to think is, oh my goodness, there's something scary around me that's going to impact my life. So then you'll have an emotional charge, such as anxiety, tension, stress, which means that your dreams are more likely to be based around that content of whatever you've been watching, but more so anything else that you found scary or anxiety-provoking or tense during your day. In order to have a good night's sleep, you need to make sure that you end the day with something beautiful, something rewarding, something that's giving you a sense of peace, purpose, and also happiness. And leading nicely on from that, know that your dreams aren't real, because if when you wake up, you're thinking about that dream, going over and over and over it again, thinking about it and believing that this thing's going to happen, your brain won't be able to switch off. You'll just be thinking, oh my goodness, this dream could happen. I need to make sure I'm safe. But it's not the content of the dream that's showing you the message. It's the emotion underneath that content. So make sure that you know what that dream is and then connect to that emotion under the dream. If you're anxious about something, maybe connect to that and think about what you're anxious about in the real world. When you're awake, what is it that you're missing out on? What is it that you need to do? What is it that you don't know? And if you're interested, I've done a video on this topic, so make sure you check out that video if you haven't already. But know that your dreams are just there trying to help you, to direct you so that you know what to do when you wake up. And something that I found that helps me is to have a notebook next to my bed. And if I have a dream that fills me with anxiety or tension, connect to that emotion and then write out what it is that I need to do when I wake up, because chances are you're not going to remember it. And if you don't remember it, that dream and the intention or that purpose of that dream has been lost. Use those dreams, use your emotions in order to benefit your life. And the last step is to look forward to going to sleep. Because if you're fighting going to sleep because you'd rather be doing something else, watching TV, on the internet, or just sitting up looking at your phone, then you're not going to be in the best possible mindset to get to sleep, because you're not going to want to do it. You're going to be wanting to do anything else. And not wanting to do something is a massive reason why so many of us procrastinate. We don't get the things done we should do or we need to do. And sleep is something that you need to do. So you need to reframe the way that you see sleep as something which is important, something that's rewarding, and something that's helping you. And honestly, something that you can enjoy. Because otherwise, all you're going to be thinking about is, I don't want to sleep. I need to be doing something else. I don't want to be in this position. So if that's the case, then you're just going to be awake. You're not going to want to go to sleep, and you're not going to get the sleep that you need to be happy, which then adds to the fact that you don't want to go to sleep anymore because you think it's a waste of time. Whereas if you can get that sleep that you need, you're going to see the value in it, because you're going to be able to be in the best possible position when you wake up. It means you'll achieve more, you'll have more energy, and you'll be happier and more content and more successful. And that's what this video is all about. Using sleep in order to build that life that you want for yourself. And I know it might sound counterintuitive, because how are you going to get the life that you want for yourself if you're asleep? But you need rest. It's just something that we all need to do. Make sure you use these tips, get the sleep that you need, so that you can put yourself in the best possible position in life. And that's it. That's the end of the video. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you've got any other questions for me regarding sleep, let me know. Ask me a question in the comment section. But more than that, have a think about your sleep regime. Have a think about what it is that keeps you awake at night, or what stops you from going to sleep at all. Because I'd hate for this video to not hit the mark and not answer your question. And over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be doing a sleep playlist talking about repetitive dreams, sleep paralysis, and many other topics too. And if you've got a topic that you want me to cover, why don't you ask me in the comment section, and I'll try to include a video on that topic in that playlist. And on that note, I wish you all the best. Remember to like this video and subscribe to see plenty more to come. See you soon. Take care. Bye bye.